What's up everybody? So in today's video we're going to take a look at this beautiful Fistral Blue McLaren 720s. It is going to be an insane day checking out this car. Massive thank you to Diesel Doctors. I have all the information in the description below to them. They specialize in truck and trailer repairs. They're providing this car for today's video, so massive thumbs up to them. So guys, let's take a look at the McLaren. First off, this Fistral Blue paint color. It looks absolutely stunning. We got some nice metallic flake in it. Then of course Alcantara and carbon fiber makes its way to the entire interior, all the dry carbon in it. And you can see all the forged carbon fiber. This is the Gen 2 monocell. This is actually the first car since the P1 to have an entire carbon fiber roll cage within the structure. We have the traditional woven carbon up front, but such an amazing design, not only for just the structure of it, but of course it looks pretty cool. So here's a good look with the doors open. Comment down below, what do you guys think of this car? Probably the absolute best supercar on the market, and it really does have hypercar performance, but we're gonna hop on inside and take it for a spin. All right, in the McLaren, closing up the doors. Kind of weird how it is also the roof. So you guys remember Thad from Hyperfast Cars? He's gonna be the chauffeur for today, showing me this thing inside and out. Obviously they specialize in the McLarens.
And also, shout out Sunstoppers, did the tint. Not easy, you gotta hand cut everything.
Yeah.
And, only expel on this car.
Yeah. So with the 720s, this has a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8, and we have what, 720 PS, I believe?
Yep, that's the British standard for horsepower. So it's rated for a little over 700 horsepower at the crank, but what you've probably seen out in a number of videos that these tend to dyno over 700 at the wheel.
So then right now for the drive setting, we have the active dynamics panel off, so that's just the normal like default way this car is going to start up. If we press that, we can go between like the comfort, sport, and track mode. But even whoa,
that's easing into it. Tires are cold, it's ground's a little cold. Yeah.
Okay, in all honesty guys, like I've never experienced that.
That peels your face back.
That felt crazier than like the craziest roller coaster ever. Whoa. Now I've driven the 650S, which blew my mind. Not even driving this, that acceleration is unreal. Like,
it's a world of difference.
Whoa. That, you feel like you're flying. Like, that is
this is the only car, I think, what, probably under $1 million that does a sub 10-second quarter mile stock, bone stock.
And rear-wheel drive.
I've seen firsthand these cars do 3 miles per hour faster in half-mile trap speeds just by doing exhaust, not even tuning them. So that's how smart these cars are.
Yeah.
And the 720 is most impressive in my mind when you drive it in conditions like this, cold road.
Yeah.
And the car has such a response, so much quicker than you as a driver, to determine when the road's not perfect conditions, and to pull power so that you're not losing traction and you're putting the power to the ground. And then when it is optimal conditions, like on a drag strip with prep surface and warm tires, you can then put all the power to the ground and put some ridiculous quarter mile speeds at times.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got the big screen up right now. It's not flipped down. We got all that information right on it.
If I go to active, I put it in track handling.
Okay.
It goes down, and it's just driver in the car. No distractions, tack, gear, and speed. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Tells me I'm in automatic. Now I'm in manual. Now what you can hear sounds like the car got louder.
Yeah.
That's a misconception. They do the same thing in BMWs. It's called an intake sound generator, and McLaren turns the volume up so you hear more engine noise in the cabin. But the shift is immediate.
Yeah.
We're in mid-torque right now, 4,000, and it just comes in, doesn't hesitate.
And like all the McLarens, it's got the rocker, so you can shift either hand, so you can upshift and downshift by pushing or pulling, which is, I don't think any other car has that. Which, just one more thing, with these McLarens, they have so much like unique things that make them completely stand out from every other supercar, which is insane. Man. And of course, course, carbon ceramic brakes, they they do the job. Wow. Even just some sharper turns. Wow.
That's maybe 50% braking there.
Yeah. The thing with these turbo cars, like, they're already fast, like the low end torque, a lot of stock turbo cars like my GTR, but the top end is what they lack. This thing, like, it doesn't ever stop. That is insane.
There's some traction there. Doesn't stop at all. We're back down.
Oh,
that was about 70% braking.
Yeah.
It wasn't pedal all the way down. This car will make you throw up.
yeah, that is unreal acceleration. Like, wow. That will take your breath away, absolutely. Like, that pulls the blood, like, to the back of your head where you don't even know what to do. Like,
just hold on. Third gear pull, fourth gear, fifth gear. Doesn't stop.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
This car scares me more than I can scare myself. But it's still there. The car already knows, hey,
Yeah.
you want to drive fast, I'm going to respond to you. Automatically determines you're driving aggressive.
Oh my gosh, that is insane acceleration.
Pretty good? All you need is 2 pulls in this thing, you're sold.
This car, like, has hypercar performance. Like, that's unreal. Wow.
The most impressive thing is you felt that loss of traction.
Yeah.
I didn't even let out of the pedal.
Yeah.
The car automatically pulled power and quickly jumped right back into it so quickly you didn't feel the G-force change.
Yeah.
That's the big thing that you feel on the older McLarens. When you lost traction, especially when you turn the power up like on the builds we do,
Yeah.
you would see, okay, as soon as you lose traction, the car would pull timing and you would literally lose like 100 horsepower.
Wow.
And you're like, okay, when are you gonna let me have it back?
Yeah.
This pulls it so quickly and then puts it right back in that it doesn't even skip a beat. You don't even feel it.
Yeah. It's like, even before traction's gonna miss, it's ready for it. It's like, it knows what's gonna happen before you do, so it's just like, yeah, it has it ready for you pretty much.
But that's also what I find is the scarier part about this car is it's so smart.
Yeah.
It takes a beginner driver and makes them a Mario Andretti.
Yeah.
And so when you're not accustomed to feeling for when the car's going to lose traction, when you're pushing the limits and you're losing grip, you can quickly go from a controlled scenario to an uncontrollable scenario.
That is unreal acceleration.
So you got a little twisty there. But that one I was fluttering a little bit just because I'm in the right lane.
Yeah.
You know, don't want to lose traction too much. So that wasn't pedal to the floor, just letting it go wild out. But this car is a lot to handle.
It is, like, yeah, this is not a beginner supercar, I would say. This is like, you gotta work your way into this
And
car.
that's why you've seen a lot of them totaled. You get these
Yeah.
guys that, I mean, you look at the trend of supercars. You know, this is one of the most dangerous weapons that you can buy. You got to have safe control over it, know your limits, because the car makes you think you don't have any limits. Again, no blind spots. I look right back in the corner. I can see everything.
But these seats are really thin. They're like this thin. The B pillar is so thin that the seats in them are the same size, so the seat doesn't even block that window. But the A pillars are also in a spot where they don't get in the way. This is insane.
You can see it's holding that gear.
Yeah.
You can see it felt me get into it a bit, and then it goes back to comfort mode.
So that's all. We were in sport mode for everything then?
Yeah, I just did sport. When you go track mode, it loosens up the traction control a bit more. With it being a cold day, tires not warm, definitely not a good idea to go in track mode.
Yeah.
Second gear pull there. Air brake kicked up. Feel all the bumps. Very comfortable ride. You know, we're in some back lane, 2-lane roads.
Yeah.
Perfectly paved.
Yeah. Now this also has full, obviously active, independent suspension. Each wheel is independent from the next wheel. There's no like mechanical.
Right. So you're riding on fluid.
Okay.
That's what's unique about the McLaren platform as well. So not only the monocell, that monocell gives you feedback in the pedal. I can feel the seat. I can feel the steering wheel. You know, I know where every vibration when I'm driving is coming from.
Yeah.
So as a driver, you know when I'm on the edge of the track, I can see when I'm on the edge of the track. I can feel it. My favorite thing to do with these cars, I've taken some GTR owners out for drives, and I'll find a big long sweeper bridge from one interstate to another, and I'll take that, and as I'm coming on the bridge, I'll floor it, and I'll take it at 120, 130. And these cars, as you go over those break points in the bridge, each point pivots independently and the car just glides across it. If I do that in a GTR, Lamborghini, the whole car shakes, gets unsettled, and you let out the pedal because it scares you. That was about mid-throttle. You can feel that wasn't as intense of a pull as the past ones. Yeah. But it's just linear power.
It is, yeah. All right, so that wraps up the 720S. Words cannot describe how insane that car is. The acceleration is unreal. Like, that is amazing. But we're just gonna hop in the driver's seat to see what it's like with the electronics on. The handle is right here. You just pull that and the door floats up. Really cool how we were talking earlier, the roof panel is now gone, so getting in and out is actually a lot easier than other cars. And then the door sill being so much lower, it's actually not that bad getting in and out of. And then now in the driver's seat of this car, which is a nice place to be, we got the carbon fiber on the steering wheel with all the Alcantara. So then to start it up, the engine start stop button right here with my foot on the brake. And then we'll grab the door. Then changing these buttons, we press active. Now everything changes, so I can turn these from comfort, sport, and track mode, and also changes what we have on the display. So this is the full-on race setting. You can see how it's now out of the way. Much more visibility to see the 600 LT, but then pressing that button, it'll come back up. So now you can see all the information again, the large tack, the gear, speed, all your tire pressure and information. And then you can change the handling modes. Sport is a pretty good way to go. You can see how it changes there. Then we have the whole navigation setup. Your home button is the actually McLaren Technology Center, which is pretty cool. You can go through and check out your climate controls, fan speed. You got the little race car driver, but very cool setup. Then your drive, neutral, reverse, hazards, and then your launch control. Very, very cool sounding car. Definitely an incredible car to drive. We'll go ahead and fire it down. But you can see the visibility with that glass there. No supercar has something like that. That is just unreal. But that is about it for the McLaren 720S. Popping the door open. What a car. So now, just crawl right out of it. And I think that is about gonna wrap it up for the 720S. I have to take the 600 LT out, but that is the McLaren 720S. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, massive shout out to Diesel Doctors. Definitely check out the link to all the information in the description below. By far the coolest car I've ever been in, although the 600 could take the cake. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a massive thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next video.